What if the person you trust most doubts your pain? Sometimes, the hardest battles are fought in silence until the truth can no longer be ignored. Have you ever felt doubted by someone you love? The alarm buzzes, sharp and loud. Emily groans, rolling over to hit snooze. She sits up slowly, rubbing her temples. Her body feels heavy, every muscle aching. She glances at the clock and sighs. Already 6:30, she whispers, swinging her legs out of bed. Downstairs, the kitchen is quiet. Emily pours coffee into her favorite mug, the one with a faded blue flower and a chip on the rim. She wraps her hands around it, hoping the warmth will help. Brian walks in, tying his tie, his eyes on his phone. "Morning," he says, barely looking up. "Morning," Emily replies, her voice soft. Brian grabs a banana from the counter. "You look tired. Didn't sleep well?" Emily shakes her head. "Not really. My legs hurt again. And I had a headache all night." Brian shrugs, taking a bite of banana. "You probably just need more sleep, Em. You've been running yourself ragged." Emily forces a smile. "Maybe. I just feel off." He glances at her, then at his watch. "You worry too much. You always do. Try to relax, okay?" She nods, but inside, she feels a knot of worry growing. Their son, Ethan, stumbles in, backpack slung over one shoulder. "Mom, where's my math homework?" Emily stands, wincing as a sharp pain shoots through her side. She shuffles through a stack of papers on the table. "Here it is, honey. Don't forget your lunch." Ethan grabs his homework, gives her a quick hug, and runs out the door. Brian follows, calling over his shoulder. "Don't stress, Em. I'll be home late. Love you." Emily stands alone in the kitchen, the clock ticking. She sips her coffee, the mug warm against her hands, but the ache in her body won't fade. Later, at work, Emily tries to focus. She helps a student find a book, but her vision blurs. She leans against the desk, breathing slow. Her co-worker, Mrs. Green, notices. "You okay, Emily? You look pale." Emily musters a weak smile. "Just tired. I'll be fine." But she isn't fine. By lunchtime, her hands are shaking. She skips eating, afraid her stomach will rebel. Back home, Emily starts dinner, chopping vegetables with slow, careful movements. Brian calls from the living room. "What's for dinner?" "Chicken and rice," she answers, voice thin. He walks in, sniffing the air. "Smells good. You sure you're up for cooking tonight?" She nods, not trusting herself to say more. As they eat, Brian talks about his day. Emily pushes food around her plate, barely touching it. Brian frowns. "You're not eating. Still feeling sick?" Emily shrugs. "Yeah, I don't know what's wrong." He sighs, setting down his fork. "Emily, you always think something's wrong. Maybe you just need to get out more. Go for a walk, clear your head." She looks away, her hands trembling. "Maybe." After dinner, Emily loads the dishwasher, her body aching. She leans against the counter, eyes closed, fighting tears. Brian pokes his head in. "I'm going to watch the game. Let me know if you need anything." She nods, watching him disappear into the living room. That night, Emily lies in bed, staring at the ceiling. The room feels colder. She pulls the blanket tighter, wishing Brian would notice how scared she is. She wonders if she's making it up, if maybe he's right. The next morning, her symptoms are worse. She drops her mug, the chipped handle breaking off completely. She stares at the pieces, feeling as cracked and fragile as the cup in her hand. Emily sweeps up the shards, her heart heavy. She's never felt so alone. She closes her eyes, holding back tears, and wonders how much longer she can keep pretending everything is okay. The kitchen is full of voices and the smell of roast chicken. Emily moves slowly, setting plates on the table, her hands shaky. Jessica laughs from the living room, telling a story to Ethan, who's scrolling on his phone. Brian walks in, carrying a bowl of salad. He glances at Emily, frowning. "You look pale, Em. Are you sure you're up for this?" Emily nods, forcing a smile. "I'm fine, just a little tired." He shrugs, setting the bowl down. "You're always tired lately." Jessica joins them, hugging Emily. "Thanks for dinner, Em. You always do so much." Emily smiles, but her legs ache. She sits, hoping no one notices her wince. Dinner starts, and the conversation flows. Jessica talks about her new job. Ethan laughs at a meme on his phone. Emily tries to keep up, but her head spins. She grips her fork tighter. Brian jokes, "Careful, Jess. Don't let Emily's mystery illness get you. She's been convinced she's dying all week." Jessica laughs, but Emily's cheeks burn. Ethan glances at his mom, worry in his eyes. Emily tries to steady her voice. "I'm not making it up, Brian. I really don't feel well." Brian rolls his eyes. "Em, you've always been dramatic about this stuff. Remember last year? You thought you had the flu for a month." Jessica smiles, trying to lighten the mood. "Maybe you just need a spa day, Em. Some rest and relaxation." Emily looks down, her appetite gone. "It's not just tiredness. I feel different. Something's wrong." Brian sighs, stabbing his food. "You're stressed. Work, the house, Ethan's school. It's a lot, but you're fine." Ethan puts his fork down, voice quiet. "Mom, do you want some water?" Emily nods, grateful. "Thank you, honey." Ethan gets up, filling a glass. Jessica changes the subject, talking about a new restaurant. Emily zones out, the voice is fading. Her body aches, her mind drifts. A memory surfaces. Emily as a girl, watching her mother sit quietly by the window, wrapped in a blanket. Her mom never complained, never asked for help. She just kept going, even when she was sick. Emily wishes she could be that strong. Brian's voice snaps her back. "Earth to Emily. You okay?" Emily blinks. "Yeah. Sorry. Just tired." Jessica squeezes her hand. "We love you, Em. Let us know if you need anything." Emily nods, but inside, she feels invisible. No one really hears her. After dinner, Emily clears the table, her legs trembling. She leans against the counter, dizzy. Brian walks in, drying his hands. "You sure you're not just overdoing it?" Emily looks at him, her patience thin. "I'm not overdoing it. I'm sick, Brian. I need you to believe me." He sighs, shaking his head. "Let's talk about it later. I'm tired too." Emily stands in the kitchen, alone, the laughter from the living room echoing in her ears. She feels like she's fading into the background, her pain invisible to everyone but herself. That night, she lies awake, staring at the ceiling. She thinks of her mother's quiet strength, the way she never gave up. Emily wipes her eyes, determination flickering inside her. Have you ever felt invisible when you needed support the most? How did you cope? Share your story below. In the morning, Emily picks up the phone and makes a doctor's appointment. Alone. She knows she needs answers, even if no one else believes her. The waiting room is cold and quiet. Emily sits with her hands folded in her lap, trying not to fidget. She watches the clock tick, her heart heavy with worry. When the nurse calls her name, she stands slowly, her legs aching. Inside the exam room, the doctor reviews her chart. "Your blood work looks normal, Emily. Blood pressure's fine. Maybe you're just stressed?" Emily's voice is small. "But I'm so tired. My joints hurt. I get dizzy sometimes." The doctor offers a polite smile. "Let's keep an eye on it. Try to rest, drink water, and call if things get worse." Emily nods, disappointment settling in her chest. At home, Brian waits in the living room, scrolling through his phone. He looks up as she enters. "So, what did they say?" Emily shrugs, setting her purse down. "Everything's normal. The doctor thinks it's stress." Brian sighs, relief in his voice. "See, I told you. You worry too much, Em. There's nothing wrong." She sits on the edge of the couch, her body aching. "But I still feel awful, Brian. I know something isn't right." He stands, crossing his arms. "You just need to stop thinking about it. The more you focus on feeling sick, the worse it'll get." Emily looks away, her confidence slipping. Maybe you're right. That night, she lies in bed, staring at the unopened bottle of pain medication on her nightstand. She picks it up, turning it over in her hands, then sets it back down, unopened. She wants to believe she's okay, but the pain won't let her forget. Ethan knocks softly on her door. "Mom, can I come in?" Emily wipes her eyes. "Yeah, honey, what's up?" He sits beside her, quiet for a moment. "You don't look happy. Are you really okay?" She tries to smile. "I'm just tired, sweetheart. I'll be fine." Ethan fidgets with his sleeve. "If you need anything, I can help. I can make tea or bring you a blanket." Emily hugs him, her heart aching. "Thank you, Ethan. That means a lot." Days pass. Brian grows impatient, brushing off her complaints. "You're still on about this. Em, you're fine. Just let it go." Emily starts to doubt herself. Maybe she is imagining things. Maybe she just needs to try harder, be stronger. But the pain gets worse. Her hands shake when she pours coffee. She forgets words in the middle of a sentence. The unopened bottle of pain meds sits on her nightstand, a silent reminder of her hope and frustration. One morning, at work, Emily stands at the library counter, checking out books for a student. Suddenly, the room spins. Her vision blurs. Her knees buckle. She grabs the edge of the desk, gasping for air. The world tilts, and everything goes black. The library is quiet, sunlight slanting across the rows of books. Emily stands at the counter, stamping returns, when her hands start to tremble. A wave of dizziness hits her. She grabs the edge of the desk, but her vision blurs, and her knees buckle. A co-worker, Mrs. Green, rushes over. "Emily, are you okay?" Her voice sounds far away. Emily tries to answer, but the words won't come. She feels herself falling, the world spinning as everything goes dark. When she wakes, she's on the floor. People gathered around her. Someone is holding her hand. "Stay with us, Emily," a paramedic says gently. "We're going to take you to the hospital, okay?" Emily nods weakly, her cheeks burning with embarrassment. She hears Mrs. Green's worried voice. "She's been so pale lately. I told her to see a doctor." The ambulance ride is a blur. Emily closes her eyes, fighting tears. She feels scared and alone. At the hospital, Brian bursts in, his face pale. He rushes to her side. "Emily, what happened?" Emily tries to sit up, her voice shaky. "I don't know. I just collapsed." Brian sighs, rubbing his forehead. "You probably skipped breakfast again. Or maybe you're just anxious. You do that sometimes." Emily's heart sinks. She wants to scream, to make him see how real her pain is, but she's too tired. A nurse comes in, checking her vitals. Brian leans in, lowering his voice. "She's always anxious. It's probably nothing." Emily hears every word. Her cheeks flush with shame and anger. She turns away, blinking back tears. The nurse frowns, her voice gentle. "We'll let the doctor decide, sir." Emily closes her eyes, feeling smaller than ever. She wonders if anyone will ever believe her. A new doctor enters, her eyes kind and serious. "I'm Dr. Patel. Emily, I'm going to ask you a few questions, and we'll run some more tests, okay?" Emily nods, hope flickering in her chest. Dr. Patel sits beside her, listening carefully as Emily describes her symptoms. For the first time in months, Emily feels heard. Brian stands in the corner, arms crossed, still skeptical, but clearly shaken. As Dr. Patel orders more thorough tests, Emily lets out a shaky breath. Maybe, just maybe, someone will finally help her. If you were Emily, would you keep fighting to be heard, or would you give up? Why? Let us know in the comments. Emily squeezes her eyes shut, holding on to that tiny spark of hope as the hospital room grows quiet. The hospital room is quiet, except for the soft beeping of a monitor. Emily sits up in bed, her hands twisting the blanket. Brian sits nearby, staring at the floor, his face pale and drawn. The door opens and Dr. Patel steps in, a folder in her hand. Dr. Patel pulls up a chair, her voice gentle. Emily, we got your test results back. You have an autoimmune disorder. It's chronic, but now we know what's causing your symptoms. Emily's breath catches. So, I'm not imagining it. Dr. Patel shakes her head. Your body's immune system is attacking itself. That's why you've been so tired and in pain. We'll start treatment right away. Emily feels a wave of relief, mixed with a deep sadness. She looks at Brian, her eyes shining with tears. Did you hear that? I wasn't making it up. Brian's face crumples. He covers his mouth, voice shaky. Emily, I'm so sorry. I didn't believe you. I thought you were just stressed. I was wrong. Emily looks away, her heart heavy. I needed you, Brian. I needed you to believe me. He reaches for her hand, his own trembling. I know. I let you down. I'm so sorry, Em. I don't know how to fix this. Emily's mind drifts, a flashback to their wedding day. She remembers Brian's hand in hers, his voice steady as he promised. In sickness and in health, no matter what. She wonders if he meant it then, and if he means it now. A knock at the door breaks the silence. Jessica steps in, her eyes red. Emily, I just heard. I'm so sorry. I should have listened. I should have stood up for you. Emily manages a small smile. Thank you, Jess. It means a lot. Jessica sits on the edge of the bed, squeezing Emily's hand. We're here for you. Whatever you need. Ethan slips in, holding a folded piece of paper. Mom, I made you something. He hands her a card, drawn with bright colors. On the front, a big heart, in the words, You're the strongest mom. Emily's eyes fill with tears. She hugs Ethan close. Thank you, sweetheart. I love it. Ethan whispers, I knew you were really sick. I'm glad the doctor found out. Emily hugs him tighter, her heart aching, but grateful. Brian stands, his voice thick. I'll do better, Em. I promise. I'll be here. I'll help you through this. Emily looks at him, searching his face. I hope so, Brian, because I can't do this alone. He nods, wiping his eyes. You won't have to. Jessica wraps her arms around them both. We're a family. We'll get through this. Emily leans back, exhaustion washing over her. She clutches Ethan's card, her heart full of relief and grief all at once. She finally feels seen, but the pain of not being believed lingers. As the afternoon sun fades, Brian sits by her side, silent and lost in thought. He wonders if he's broken something that can't be fixed. Emily closes her eyes, remembering her wedding vows. She hopes they can find their way back to each other. This time, for real. The house is quiet when Emily comes home from the hospital. She sits at the kitchen table, her hands wrapped around a glass of water. The old, chipped mug sits nearby, a reminder of everything she's just been through. Brian stands in the doorway, holding something behind his back. He clears his throat, voice soft. Can I sit with you? Emily nods, her eyes tired. Brian sits across from her, setting a new mug on the table. It's bright blue with the words, "You matter," printed in white. He pushes it toward her, his hands shaking. "I got this for you," he says, voice trembling. "I know it's just a mug, but I want to start over. I want to listen this time." Emily looks at the mug, then at Brian. "Thank you. It's nice." A long silence stretches between them. Brian fidgets with his ring, his eyes wet. "Emily, I'm so sorry. I didn't believe you. I kept telling myself you were fine, that it was all in your head. I thought I was helping, but I was just ignoring you." Emily's voice is quiet, raw. "It hurt, Brian. Not just my body, my heart. I felt so alone. I needed you to believe me, to stand up for me. Instead, I felt invisible." Brian wipes his eyes. "I know, I can't take it back, but I want to do better. I want to be here for you. For real this time. I promise I'll listen. I'll come to every appointment. I'll help at home. I need you to give me another chance." Emily looks down, her fingers tracing the rim of the new mug. "I want to believe you. I want to trust you again. But it's going to take time. I'm still hurting." Brian nods, tears slipping down his cheeks. "I understand. I'll wait. I'll show you, not just say it." Emily takes a shaky breath. "I need you to see me, to believe me, even when it's hard. I can't do this alone." He reaches for her hand, holding it gently. "You're not alone, not anymore." Emily squeezes his hand, her own eyes filling with tears. "Thank you for saying that." Brian lets out a shaky laugh. "I was thinking, maybe we could go to a support group together. I want to learn how to help. I want to understand what you're going through." Emily nods, hope flickering in her chest. "I'd like that. Maybe it'll help us both." They sit together in silence, the new mug between them, a small but real sign of a fresh start. As the evening light fades, Emily feels something shift inside her. The pain is still there, but now there's room for hope, too. The chairs in the community center squeak as people settle in, voices hushed and hopeful. Emily sits beside Brian, her hands folded tightly in her lap. She glances at him, searching his face for nerves. Brian gives her a small, reassuring smile, but she can see the worry in his eyes. A woman named Carla starts to speak. "Some days, I feel like I'm carrying the weight of the world, but nobody sees it." Her voice cracks. "It's hard when people think you're fine just because you look okay." Brian listens, his jaw tightening. He leans closer to Emily and whispers, "I never realized how many people go through this. I thought I understood, but I really didn't." Emily nods, her voice low. "It's every day. The pain, the exhaustion. Sometimes I feel invisible, even at home." Brian squeezes her hand. "I want to do better. I want to be here for you, really here." Emily blinks back tears, her heart swelling with gratitude and relief. "That means more than you know." The group leader, a man with gentle eyes, asks, "What helps you get through the hard days?" People share stories of small victories, supportive partners, and moments of laughter. Brian listens intently, nodding along, his face softening with every word. After the meeting, they walk home in the cool evening air. The silence between them is comfortable, filled with new understanding. Brian finally breaks it. "I'm sorry for all the times I brushed you off. I thought if I ignored it, maybe it would go away. I was wrong." Emily stops, turning to face him. "I didn't want to be a burden. I tried to handle it alone because I thought you'd get tired of me complaining." He shakes his head. "No more alone. We're in this together. I promise." At home, the kitchen is warm and bright. Ethan and Jessica are setting the table, laughing as Ethan tries to balance spoons on his nose. Emily smiles at the sight, a simple, ordinary happiness she's missed. Jessica greets them, her eyes bright. How was the group? Brian answers, his voice honest. It was eye-opening. I learned a lot. I want to be better for your sister. Ethan grins. Mom, you're a superhero. You always have been. Emily laughs, the sound light and real. Thanks, kiddo. I'm just trying my best. Jessica pours water for everyone and sits down. You know, Emily, you're stronger than you think. And you're not alone. Not anymore. Brian nods. I realized tonight that listening and being patient is a big deal. I want to be that for Emily. I want to help, not just hope it goes away. Emily looks at Brian, her eyes soft. Thank you. I know you mean it. Dinner is filled with stories and gentle teasing. Ethan shares a wild tale about his science project gone wrong, making everyone laugh. Jessica jokes about her own cooking disasters, and soon, the table is filled with easy conversation and real smiles. Emily feels the tension she's carried for months start to melt away. For the first time in a long while, she feels truly seen and supported. After dinner, Brian helps clear the table. He bumps shoulders with Ethan, who giggles and tries to dodge a playful splash of water. Jessica and Emily sit at the table, sipping tea. Jessica leans in, her voice gentle. I'm sorry for not believing you sooner. I should have listened. Emily squeezes her hand. Thank you for saying that. It means a lot. Brian returns, drying his hands. He sits beside Emily, pulling her close. We're in this together. I know I can't fix everything, but I can stand by you. I can listen. Emily nods, hope blooming in her heart. Together, always. Later that night, Emily sits by the window, watching the stars. She thinks about the journey, the pain, the doubt, the loneliness. But now, there is hope. She knows the road ahead won't be easy. But with Brian, Ethan, and Jessica by her side, she feels ready to face whatever comes next. The camera lingers on the family, united and stronger, as laughter echoes from the kitchen. Emily closes her eyes, breathing in the moment, her heart finally at peace. Has someone's apology or change of heart ever helped you heal? How did it affect your relationship? Share your experience below. The morning sun shines through the kitchen window, lighting up a small green plant on the sill. Emily stands at the counter, pouring hot water into her new blue mug. The words, "You matter," catch the light, making her smile. Brian moves around the kitchen, humming as he loads the dishwasher. He glances at Emily. Did you take your medicine yet? Emily nods, feeling a gentle warmth in his words. I did. Thanks for reminding me. Ethan comes in, backpack slung over his shoulder. He gives his mom a quick hug. Need anything before I go, Mom? Emily shakes her head. I'm good, sweetheart. Have a great day at school. He grins. You too, Mom. Love you. Emily sits at the table, sipping her tea. She watches Brian wipe down the counters and smiles as Ethan waves goodbye. The house feels different now, lighter, safer. She doesn't have to hide her pain anymore. Brian sits down beside her, handing her the mail. Anything you want to do today? I can help with groceries or laundry. Emily laughs softly. Let's just take it slow. Maybe we can water the plants together. He nods, reaching over to touch her hand. Whatever you need, I'm here. Emily glances at the blooming houseplant on the windowsill. It started as a tiny sprout, but with care and patience, it grew strong. She realizes her family is a lot like that plant. Fragile at first, but growing stronger every day. After lunch, Emily rests in the living room, while Brian vacuums and Ethan does his homework at the kitchen table. She lets herself ask for help when she needs it, and her family answers with kindness and patience. That evening, they gather for dinner, laughter filling the air. Jessica calls to check in, and Emily tells her about the new recipe she tried. The family listens, supports, and celebrates each small victory. Later, Emily sits by the window with her tea, the houseplant blooming beside her. She looks at her family and feels grateful for the second chance to be truly seen. Her voice comes in soft, thoughtful. Life isn't perfect, but I'm learning to speak up and ask for help. I've learned that being believed is powerful, and that healing takes time, patience, and love. If you're struggling, trust your instincts. And if someone you love is hurting, listen. Sometimes, just believing them can change everything. The camera lingers on the blue mug and the blooming plant, symbols of growth and hope, as the screen fades to quiet. If this story touched your heart, please give it a like and share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more real-life, emotional stories. And if you know someone who needs to feel seen and heard, please share this video with them. Your support means so much to us.